Hey everyone, thanks for watching the Franchise Growth Show. I'm Joe Carter, founder of the Twin Flame Group and partner with the franchise consulting company. I don't want to pull you away from today's episode for too long, but before we get started, I wanted to share one quick idea that every founder and franchise operator should understand. Revenue is a byproduct. Value is the objective. At the Twin Flame Group, everything that we do is focused on building scalable, sellable businesses. Now let's get into today's episode.
Most firms train analysts after they hire, but you give real capital responsibility before graduation. So what's the impact on the student outcome?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, the students are landing incredible jobs and, both from a pay perspective, but more importantly from, that first job helped you get the next job and the next job and sets you on kind of the trajectory of your career in many cases. And so even more important than that, the amount of money you make in that first job is like the quality and caliber of the job you're landing, because then that opens up more doors, right? If your first job is in investment banking, it's really easy to go from investment banking to private equity or venture capital, much more easier than to come from like another field, for example. And so getting those jobs is hard and competitive, especially if you don't go to an Ivy League school, frankly. And so, our experience helps those students land those jobs in large part because when they're sitting down with an interviewer, let's say they're going to apply to an investment bank, that interviewer in many cases is somewhat jealous, I think, of the type of experience that our students are getting, because they're like, oh yeah, I worked on, Spotify, and I can walk you through, I can break down the entire investment thesis. I can go in at a very deep level on how we made that investment decision and what the pros and the cons and the risks and the upside and all of that were. And those are the types of deals where investment bankers, in many cases, they're doing investment banking, so eventually they can get from the sell side to the buy side and get that type of experience and make those types of investments. And so, I think it's really great for our students because they graduate and they're like, yeah, here's a portfolio of deals that I have worked on, done, I can speak to it. And what that demonstrates is I can hit the ground running day one. You don't have to train me. You might have some training around your own specific processes and culture, but like I already know the lingo. I already know how things are structured and work in this world. I've been taught how to think critically and to figure things out and operate with a certain degree of self-sufficiency. And like, I think those are all the things that really matter to smart employers.
I couldn't agree more. And I love that career arc that you referenced. Like you land that first really good job, and you're absolutely correct. Your career arc is completely different. That trajectory adjusts. And I know you mentioned there's maybe some jealousy. Well, I happen to think jealousy is a form of flattery. So let's get everybody out there who's the interviewer to be jealous of your candidates.
Thanks again for watching this episode of the Franchise Growth Show. If you're a founder or a franchise operator who wants to build a scalable, sellable business, that is exactly what we do at the Twin Flame Group. Our focus is simple: build systems, increase EBITDA, and increase enterprise value. If you want to learn more, visit twinflametx.com or DM us on any of our social platforms, and we will see you at the next episode.